Yo, what up, fam? Welcome back to another episode of Q Review. I'm joined by my boy Rashad G Review once again. We be going over the new Terminator movie, Dark Fate, straight up spoilers, because I think this review will probably come out better if we just spoil the shit out of it for y'all niggas. What y'all think?
Yeah, man, let's spoil this shit, man, because I got a lot I got to say about this movie.
Oh, hell yeah. But before we get into Terminator, you know what I'm saying, we got a lot of, things to talk about this motherfucking niggas dying over the Popeye chicken sandwich out in these streets. What do you think about that? Niggas lost their life.
Man, listen, I think they're putting some... Listen, I think that they're putting something in these damn sandwiches, man, that's making people crazy.
Yeah, dog.
I'm serious.
It's crazy. I finally got my hands after I seen that video. Like, this nigga got a chicken sandwich, dog. I've been waiting all my life to, taste how that crispy Popeye chicken sandwich tastes in my mouth. And I finally got a chance today. After waiting 25 minutes in line, I got me 2 chicken sandwiches today.
Damn, 20 minutes?
22 minutes in line to get a chicken sandwich. Line was out the door, dog. And it was cash only too, so they weren't even taking cards in that bitch. Yeah.
Wow.
So I had I wanted a chicken sandwich so bad, I only had my card on me, so I ran across the street to the ATM, you know what I'm saying, looking like Dolomite and shit, you know what I'm saying, got my little $20 and, you know what I'm saying, stood in line, had my boy stand in line, and we finally got that chicken sandwich, you know what I'm saying. That bitch fire though.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's alright.
Looking good.
It's alright.
It's
alright, man.
That crunch though.
Yeah, I mean, dude,
that crunch.
That's what I'm saying. Like the highlight of the sandwich is the damn crunch. If you love some crunchy ass chicken, that's for you, man. But see, I like them flavors, man. I like that seasoning. That Chick-fil-A brand.
Yeah, that's what my girl said too. He said it ain't fucking with the Chick-fil-A flavor.
Yeah,
the flavor is better. But that pickle, I don't even like fucking pickles, but that pickle was fire, son. I don't know what the fuck it was. I don't know what it was, that bun, that crunch, or maybe I was anticipating the motherfucker for so long that I, like when I finally bit it, maybe my mind said it was good, like Terminator.
Okay. All right. Okay. You ready to go there?
Yeah, but
you ready to go there? All right. Hey, look, you open that can of worms, man. Let's do it.
Oh, let's do it. But yeah, man, the chicken sandwich was great, but I don't think it's worth losing your life over and shit. That's all I'm saying.
Nah, well, and then there was another situation where the lady fucked up her car. Did you see that one?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you sent me the video.
Yeah, I see the video. Bitch was trying to cut it all the way in line, straight to the fucking drive-through shit. Fucked up her whole side of her car. She needed her ass with children in the back. Damn. Yeah, this shit is the most craziest nigger shit I seen since the brawl at Disney World, dog. This shit, the Popeyes pandemonium is out of fucking control. But them sandwiches are good. Why? What is it with the Popeye sandwich?
I don't know. I don't know how this craze, I don't know how it started. Like when I first tried the sandwich, it wasn't even a big deal yet. I just happened to, drive by, saw a Popeye's chicken sandwich, said, okay, no big deal. I grabbed one. Literally 2 days later, lines wrapped around the damn building. I said, what the fuck?
Oh, shit. Now what lines ain't wrapped around the building for this weekend is Terminator Dark Fate, which came in at a whopping hot $29 million for the weekend. Not looking so hot for your boy Arnie in the Terminator franchise. You got a chance to see it today. I got a chance, early screening last week. I haven't did a review yet for it, so I thought we'd go in on the spoiler review. So I didn't even hear your thoughts on the film. Yeah, you said you wasn't gonna talk, you wasn't gonna say shit till the cameras was on. So, so straight up, what's your thoughts on Dark Fate, the new Terminator?
Yeah, well, I wanted to have like a Siskel and Ebert feel where where they surprise each other about what the hell they said.
Yeah.
So I want to see your actual reaction when I say what I have to say about it. Right off rip, I did not like the movie.
Oh, shit.
I didn't hate it.
Yeah,
I didn't hate it, but I did not like it.
All right.
Okay, so right off the bat, the action was on point. Like that opening action sequence had me like, I'm gonna like this movie. Yeah. It started out showing a little footage from 2 and then, but see, what fucked me up was that it almost like, okay, some people say that this was like the direct sequel to T2, but I feel like it kind of shit on T2 because everything that happened in that movie didn't mean shit because in the beginning of the movie, John Connor gets killed.
Yeah.
It didn't make no sense to me.
Yeah. He got killed right off the fucking back, son. I'm like, okay, y'all got some balls. That's what I thought. Y'all got some balls to kill John Connor right in the first 5 minutes of the movie. I like that part, but like, if you got the balls to kill John Connor, nigga, the rest of this story better be fucking fire. It better be fucking fire. And I agree that the rest of the story was not fire, especially for a Terminator movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, the story, we didn't give a fuck. Now, and that gets me to one of the main protagonists. Who knows her name? The Mexican girl. We do not give a fuck about that bitch. She is not the new savior of the world. Just because she got braids, huh? That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, it had, look, and that part had SJW all over it. Like when the tall girl was Grace, when Grace said, you didn't give birth to some man that saved the world. You are the savior. I'm like, why you gotta say it like that? It's as if a man saving the world is a problem. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm like, how, nigga? How is she the savior? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, like I said, it just took a shit on and the whole folklore of the Terminator. You know what I'm saying? It just and well, by the way, I want to give a compliment to, I don't know if they de-aged Sarah Connor and Edward Furlong, because I'm like, how the hell did they get them to look like they did in the second movie?
I agree with you 100%, because I was looking at that, especially Sarah Connor at the beginning, like, what is this, old footage or something? Did they actually grab old footage? Because that de-aging by far on Lennon Hamilton especially was the best de-agents I have ever seen. I mean, that looked like it was straight up from T2. I'm like, that looks exactly the same. Now, Edward Furlong too, he looked great too, but like sometimes when he was getting shot and shit, I seen his face kind of wobbly around a little bit. You know, it gets that uncannily rubbery look. And Arnold, you know what I'm saying, he was so fucking perfect. He looked like a robot. I think that maybe they did that on purpose, but you know what I'm saying. But that de-aging CG was phenomenal, son. That shit was fucking fire. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I agree.
I give props where props is due, man. Like they did a good job with that. The whole, like I said, the opening action sequence with the Venom Terminator. I don't know what model he just reminded me of Venom and T-1000 mixed together.
They called him the T9. I mean. To make sense, to give the movie some more props, that kind of makes sense for another evolution of a Terminator. You know what I'm saying? A super T-800 mixed with a T-1000, basically.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's sort of the evolution, because you can't. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Let's call a spade a spade. You're never going to get Robert Patrick, the T-1000 again. You know what I'm saying? You're never going to get that level of villain. Or even your boy, the T-800. I mean, we already did that. So, like, what can you really do to surprise the audience with another great Terminator? You know what I'm saying? And this one was the dopest Terminator since 2, I think. You know what I'm saying? Since Terminator 2.
I would agree with that.
Yeah,
which is not saying a lot.
Yeah, because you had the girl, she was garbage. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? In T3, and then Salvation. I like those Terminators, the old ones. I think it was the T600, the big bulky ones. I think they look cool.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They really wasn't about that much about shit, but they was cool. You know what I'm saying, to look at. You know what I'm saying? And what else Terminator? Genesis. That shit's all over the place, so I don't even know what kind of Terminator. John Connor was the Terminator in that motherfucker, I think, right?
Yeah, I never watched. Matter of fact, to be honest with you, I never watched that last one.
Oh, Genesis? Genesis was trash, my nigga.
Yeah, I heard.
Oh, my God. That shit was...
They clear that. Only reason I watched this one was because I felt guilty because Sly and Arnold were my two childhood heroes growing up. They're the reason why I pumped iron.
Right.
So, I've been, going to see Sly, supporting Sly with the Rockies and the Creeds and the Rambo. I haven't seen Arnold in the theater since shit. What's the last thing I seen? I think T3 was the last time I seen Arnold on the big screen.
Yeah.
So I felt like a traitor. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go check this out. Then you said it was pretty good. You recommended it. So I said, all right, I'm gonna go support Arnie.
Yeah. I left the theater feeling all right about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't hate it, but then as I, started thinking about it, like, nigga, this is the same old shit. The story
it's recycled. Dude, it's T2 all over. It's almost like a remake of T2.
Yeah.
It was by the numbers formula T2, but just with better effects and even the fight scenes I thought were well done. But the movie, you know, the appeal of Terminator 1 and 2 is that them shits had a heart. You felt something.
Yeah.
Like, I almost shed a tear at the end of T2 with the thumb up, you know, going down to the lava.
Yeah.
I felt nothing.
Yeah. Yeah,
when I watched this shit.
And I was thinking about it. I sent you that list today. Like, they had Terminators being the best Terminator out of the franchise. But you got to think about it, how original that film is. The time travel aspect and the scary-ass T-800 coming back to, you know, kill them. That has never been done before, pretty much in cinema like that. You know what I'm saying? So as a movie, like T1 is the fucking the you know what I'm saying, it's the foundation of this all, because T2 is basically really a remake of T1, just with enough stuff flipped around that made it a good sequel. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Probably one of the best sequels of all time. I still contend that T2 is the best action movie ever made. You know what I'm saying? I just think that is a monumental accomplishment. Well, what they did in T2 with the villain, I mean, it got everything. It's the whole fucking breakfast. It got, you know what I'm saying, great acting in it, great story, great score, some of the best special effects. The pacing's great. Every action scene in T2 is on motherfucking point. Every last one of them. Starting, you know what I'm saying, with the truck and shit. That shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? I remember walking to, like, 3 miles to go see that shit. And I was blown the fuck away. So, but I think T1, it stands as the genesis. But ever since then, they've been doing the same fucking movie over and over and over and over and over. At least Salvation tried something different.
You know, and I give it props for that. It did. It tried to be something different. It was its own thing. It still sucked, but it was its own thing.
Yeah.
But and also I want to add to what you said. Yeah, those first 2 movies did something that we'd never seen before, and the appeal of those movies also was the relationships, and that's what what ends up missing in later films was the relationships. So the first one, you had Sarah and Kyle Reese.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How when they met, they were strangers, they didn't know each other, you know, but Kyle was sent to protect her, but by the end of the movie, they was in love.
Right.
You know, and then T2. John was separated from his mom the whole time, and him and his mom had a strange relationship. And then by the end, you know, they had a relationship again. It was mother and son again, and you felt that shit. Like, that was a heartfelt moment when she went to go kill your boy Dyson, and they had a moment where they hugged, and she finally told him that she loved him. Yeah. So, like, with this movie here, there's no moment like that where you felt any kind of relationship or chemistry between the characters. You didn't care.
No, you're right. I even cared for the Terminator in Terminator 2. Arnie's character, his relationship with John Connor. I thought that was a very good organic relationship, especially him being a machine. You know, you kind of had a character. And they tried to do it here with Arnie. You know, his name was Carl and shit, but you really ain't give a fuck. So, like, are you serious? You tell this nigga, hey, drywall is funny. But, I don't give a fuck if this motherfucker die or not. You know what I'm saying? Fuck him. You know what I'm saying? Fuck this Terminator. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know when you watch a Terminator movie, you know Arnold's gonna die. You know that's just a given. You know.
Yeah. He died at all.
Yeah. You know he's gonna die. But yeah. And speaking of that, Arnold does not show up until like the 40 or 50-minute mark.
Right.
He's nowhere to be seen. This is called Terminator. This is his franchise. But they focus on your girl Grace and the little Mexican girl that nobody gives a damn about.
Yeah, I didn't give a damn about either one of them.
Either one of them.
Or the Mexican. Yeah.
Nah. Well, okay, now Sarah Connor, I thought Linda Hamilton did a good job.
I thought she did a great
Sarah
job.
Connor.
Yeah, I thought
she was the highlight of the movie to me.
Yeah, me too. I thought she felt like right in place, like from I guess almost 28 years ago, 28 years ago. Like when she was on screen, it's like holy shit, that's Sarah Connor from T2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like she's the same old shit, grizzle, and it didn't feel, you know what I'm saying, like agenda, because she always was like that. Even back in the day, we didn't think of agenda when it was Sarah Connor, you know what I'm saying? We just thought that was a badass bitch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ripley from Aliens, just a badass bitch because she's a badass bitch.
Yeah.
It's no agenda there, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And this movie was pushing it a little bit. Now that I look back at it, I'm like, damn, why, you know, does it sound male chauvinist when I be saying that shit? Like, why it's always got to be the girl, you know what I'm saying, this, like we doing it, you know, this way now. I'm all for girl power, you know what I'm saying, but it just seems like we always get this agenda pushed down our throats with these, especially with these movies lately, you know?
Nah, well, yeah, I think a lot of us feel that way. I definitely feel that way. I feel like it's being forced down our throats, and you know, like the shit with Ripley and Sarah Connor, you see them start out being, you know, scared damsel in distresses, but you see the organic of them transitioning into being a badass. It's not like, you know, I'm like this and all of a sudden let's kick ass. No, you see the progression,
right?
And it feels organic. It feels natural. Where with this, it's like root for her because she's bad.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. Exactly. I feel you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. I feel you on that one. So, so this Terminator franchise, you think they should put a nail in the coffin and stop making these Terminator movies, or you think they may one day have a fresh idea and be able to reboot this franchise? I mean, this is like the third reboot or so. Do you think it's time for Terminator just to be shut down? You know what I'm saying? Deactivated.
In the words of Wesley Snipes and Dolomite Is My Name, no.
all right.
Listen, put the. You think you just come here and just make another Terminator movie? No.
No.
Look, put the nail in the coffin, put that shit in the thing of cement, bury it. It's done. Terminator is done.
You think Terminator's done, huh?
It's done when Judgment Day got stopped. Yeah. When Skynet was no more. Yeah. That's when it should have ended.
Yeah.
Okay, T2, you know, when and that, okay, now answer me this now. Maybe you can give me a better understanding of this. So T2 happens, right? Judgment Day stopped. Okay, There's no more Skynet, Dyson's dead, everybody lives happily ever after. So how in the hell was another T-800 sent back in time to kill John, and John stopped Judgment Day? So there should be no sending, because now it doesn't happen. It erased that. So how was the T-800 sent back to kill John? Still.
I think he was sent before Skynet was destroyed, like a different time period. You know what I'm saying? They sent that like he was sent like while Skynet was still around. Like they probably sent him like in 2004 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, 1999 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? While Skynet was a lot, because Skynet was in the future. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kind of making up shit. But but I think they send like multiple Terminators. That would make sense. Shit, if I was going to kill John Connor, I would have sent 8 at the same time.
But then on top of that, but then you downgrade because you send a T-1000. T-1000 fails, so now you're gonna send your obsolete version that you don't even use anymore.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, they sent Arnold again. Yeah, I guess that was
it
device to give him in the movie.
Yeah, it didn't make sense.
Yeah, it didn't.
What's that?
Yeah, you're right. It didn't make sense. Yeah, I would have sent like 3 T-1000s. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it just, you know what I'm saying? Like you would figure, okay, if my T-1000 failed, what in the world would make me think if I send an older, broke down version that's gonna do the job better?
Yeah.
And he did. He came in, shot him, and then walked away.
Walked away, son. Walked away.
He did something. He did something in 10 seconds. The T-1000 couldn't do in 2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours, and he was on it. He was on the job. That motherfucker just walked up casually. It just blew a hole in John Connor back. So, damn.
He just shot and walked off into the sunset. And I was like, damn, so you tell me that whole shit that happened in T2 was for nothing. This motherfucker came up and killed him within 5 seconds.
Yeah. And as you say that, you know what I'm saying, that kind of shits on the whole Terminator legacy, kind of, you know what I'm saying, with Dark Fate. Even though the other movies weren't as great, of course, but this kind of shits all over T2.
It does.
Yeah, nothing matters. So all that shit they did, T-1000, all that shit, is for nothing, because John Connor's going to die anyway.
Right. Yeah. And so what they do is they remove John Connor, and now they make her John Connor. So it's like, no, there's no such thing as a woman giving birth to the leader. No, the woman is the leader. And then remember, Sarah called her, "You're John." She kept saying, "You're John." Yeah. No, she's not John.
No,
it's a girl.
Yeah, it's John. Yeah. You're Janet.
Yeah, that's not John. That's a girl.
Yeah. It had this movie's, action was fire.
Yeah,
I like the action. It still doesn't hold a candle to T2's action still to this day. I mean, even all all their razzle dazzle and all the money they spent was solid. But maybe it just didn't mean anything. Maybe you know what I'm saying, that's why we're not riding with it as we did like T2 or Terminator 1.
Yeah, because that when the action happened, the action meant something because You cared about the people that was involved in it. Where in this one, it was just eye candy. It was just something that they put on the screen. And it's like, wow, like, you know, like Scorsese says, this is an amusement park ride.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I agree. So this one, you say probably like the Fast and Furious movie of the Terminator.
Pretty much. Pretty much, man. Look, I love Arnold. Do not do any more Terminators. I'm down for another Conan movie because we never got closure on Conan. Mm-hmm. So another Conan movie I'm open to, but leave the Terminator alone.
Yeah, leave
Just it. Stop.
Yeah, shut down Skynet. No more.
Shut down Skynet.
And you think, I think it got a great mythology too. You know what I'm saying? But they can't do this time travel coming back to kill somebody. I mean, that shit.
Yeah.
Beating a dead horse to death. Like, I just watched the sequel to The Shining, Dr. Sleep. They did something completely left field and new. And I was like, well, this is dope. This is kind of new. Maybe everybody won't like it, but I thought y'all had the balls to, you know what I'm saying, kind of, you know, take the mythology and build upon it, you know what I'm saying, and do something new. That's the same shit with Force Awakens. You know, we get into Star Wars. I like Force Awakens, but let's be honest, that's his New Hope. And a bunch of fan service and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now you try Last Jedi and you could go completely left, and people hate it.
Yeah.
So how do you win? I think you just got to find the right balance in between the two to build upon the mythology and make something original and new. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I agree. I think Star Wars is just an uphill battle, man. I don't think you'll ever really satisfy the Star Wars fan because I don't know. I guess the bar's been raised so high with the past movies. It's like you said, you give fan service, we complain about it. You do something different, you complain about it. Now you have this last one, which I'm nervous about, because it's like, shit.
Yeah, it seemed like they just.
I don't know what they're gonna do with it. Yeah.
Yeah, it seemed like they just want to get over it and move on. But I think it's you know what I'm saying, to go to Star Wars, I think it's a whole lot of life left in Star Wars. The mythology is so deep in Star Wars. It's like, you know what I'm saying, modern day, you know, Greek gods, you know what I'm saying? You'll tell a story here, but I think, you know what I'm saying, somebody's going to get a hold of that material and create something grand, especially with Star Wars. As I think a Mandalorian comes out like next week, and that shit looks fire. And it looks like they're taking the mythology and building upon their own story, and I'm hoping that's dope. Of course, none of us has seen it yet. And just like Todd Phillips did with the Joker's the character. We know Shattering Teeth, we know Jack Nicholson. He got a little dark with Heath Ledger, but he took the mythology of the Joker and the ideas and created something fucking grand. Now, off of $50 million, this shit about to make $9 billion without even showing in China. So that's crazy. So I think it's still hope for Star Wars. Terminator, I just don't know. I just don't know what you can do with that franchise to make it fresh again. But you know, I don't work for Hollywood, so I don't.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because Star Wars is such a, you know, it's a galaxy far, far away. So there's like almost endless possibilities that you could do because you have a whole galaxy to play with. Terminator, you know, the first two movies told the whole story.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. You know, Judgment Day happened in '97. The world came to an end. The AIs took over, and then, you know, they did the time travel thing to fix it, but then they unfixed it or whatever. Yeah. Story done. End.
Yeah.
But they're just taking it and just stretching it, and it's like, nah.
Yeah, just stretching in different timelines, and it's just not working. And then as the audience, no one went to go see it. It like flopped bad. It's about to. You ain't gonna see another Terminator at least for a long time. Hopefully they just, you know, put the nail in the coffin and this will be it. And that's from your boy Tim Miller, who did Deadpool. You know what I'm saying? This is his second movie. And I thought he might bring a little life to it. And he did with the special effects and action. I thought it was done very well. But it's just like beating a dead horse, man. And now that I think about it, I like the movie. And then, like you said, but now as I think about it, I don't like it as a Terminator movie.
I mean, maybe if I didn't see the other movies, maybe I could appreciate it just as an action movie, you know what I'm saying? Just a fun action movie. But because it's got the name Terminator on it, you know, it's got our boy Arnold, who is like my fucking idol, man. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't show up till almost near the end of the movie. So I'm like a part of me wants to say, fuck this movie. But then I did enjoy the action to where I can't watch this again and just like fast forward to, you know, the fight scenes.
Right. Yeah. It's something you can just throw on while you're doing stuff in the house. You know what I'm saying? Not really be that invested in it. So yeah,
right.
I agree with you. It was weird. You thought maybe we're gonna go Siskel and Ebert on it. You know what I'm saying? One light and left, but we seem to really agree on this. And I'm being honest too on myself. But when I left, I thought it was fire. I was like, oh, that was really good. But I think I was blinded by the shininess of the polish of the film. And you know what I'm saying, the special effects and Linda Hamilton, like we said, was a fire, and the jokes were pretty good. You know what I'm saying, it made me laugh a couple times, but the characters were weak. You know what I'm saying, the character and the story were weak when I thought about it. So so I tend to agree. It's all right movie. It's all right. You know what I'm saying, not trash.
I mean, if I give it a grade, man, I probably would give it, being merciful, I'd probably give it like a C minus.
C minus. All right. That's fair. To be honest with you, if I had to grade Terminator Dark Fate, I give it a C plus. I give it a C plus because I'm being nice. No, I give it a C. I'll give it a C plus. The effects was good. Leonard Hamilton was really good. Story and character was not there, but it was it was slightly satisfying, maybe because of our Terminator bias. But I wouldn't call it complete trash of a movie though. But
definitely.
I agree that they definitely should stop making Terminator movies. This should be the last one. Come up with something else. You know what I'm saying? And hasta la vista, baby. Arnold has a soft spot for this franchise because Arnold doesn't do a lot of sequels. Like we haven't seen a Commando sequel, we haven't seen him in a Predator sequel. You know what I'm saying? He's been teasing twins for a long time. So Arnold is not really big on sequels, but for some reason that goddamn Terminator, man, he can't stay away from it. He's like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do Predator. I want to do the Terminator. Because it's cold. It's a machine. Get your ass to boss. Yeah. Shit is fucked up.
Listen, man. I think out of all his movies, I wanted to see him do a Commando sequel more than anything. I fucking love Commando. As bad as that movie is.
Yeah. No, it's fire.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's a trashy ass, like cheesy ass movie, but I love it, man.
Yeah.
Flaws and all.
Hell yeah. That Yeah. So, what do you think Arnold's best work is that he put on film?
On film, ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, you definitely got to put T2 up there.
Yeah, it's great.
But I gotta say, like Conan the Barbarian, Predator, Total Recall. That first Terminator, just so many of them. But if I had to say the number one, just for me personally speaking, I gotta say between Commando and Conan the Barbarian.
Oh, Commando!
I love those movies, man.
Nice.
Yeah, I love Conan.
Yeah.
Conan, what is best in life? Crush your enemies, sit on children before you, the limitation of the women. Very good.
That's a pretty good fucking impression, dude. That shit is fire. Yeah, that's really good. I love Predator. And he was my shit in that. I just thought that was, the whole story dynamic and fucking how he took on the Predator. I just thought it was, amazing. So between that and Terminator 1 or 2, I don't know. Yeah.
I tell you, Predator. It took me a long time to watch Predator because I didn't get a chance to see it in the theater. So, growing up, we had those mom and pop video stores before Blockbuster came, where they only had like 2 or 3 copies of the newest movies. So every time I would go to rent Predator, it was always gone.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Like, I would have to call and be like, hey, did Predator come in yet? He's like, it came, but it just went out.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Yep. Yeah, I remember those days. It was in like, yo, hold that shit for me, son, behind that counter. Yep. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. That was a happy day when you walked in. You seen that fucking VHS behind that case and grabbed it. Yeah, those were special moments.
Oh, nah, it took months for that, to see it behind the box cover.
Yeah.
It took months. Yeah, you either had to call or you had to catch it at the right time. I got lucky, but it took me like 2 weeks to finally see that movie.
Damn, nice.
Because you can never get it. But they'd be like, well, we don't have Predator, but we have I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. Do you want that? I don't want I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. I want Predator. Well, here's one with this new boy, Jean Claude with Bloodsport. Here, take this one instead.
Bloodsport, yeah.
I want Bloodsport. I want Predator. I don't know. I'll probably put this movie in the same category as like Dark Phoenix. Like Dark Phoenix flopped. It was shitted on, but at the same time, Dark Phoenix had a charm to it where there was some enjoyment in Dark Phoenix. And I think Dark Fate kind of has, and they both start with the same letter, Dark. Yeah, but they have, same kind of feel.
The most enjoyment I got in Dark Phoenix when Jean Grey made Professor X walk up them stairs.
I should have even brought that shit up. I should have brought it up.
Hey, that was the best part of that shit, son.
Shit.
I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you got me doing my ugly laugh on camera. I hate it.
I was like, y'all really gonna do this to this man and shit? For real? Y'all looking walk up some fucking staircase that you know what I'm saying, curl up like this and shit? Like, that's fucked up. He looked crazy.
Yeah, he was doing the handyman walk. Oh, man.
That was the best part of that movie.
Yeah, hopefully, man, they just leave these old franchises alone, man. Like if they don't have a creative trajectory to take them on, just leave them be, man.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Stop fucking with my childhood. Look, no more Predators, no more Terminators. Let's come up with some original shit, and let us keep what we loved about our childhoods, man.
Yeah. I'm like that too, but I'm all with it if you can come up with something that's creative enough that will really carry it on. But Hollywood seems to be struggling with you know what I'm saying, trying to get enough fan service, but at the same time try to sort of create something new. I just don't think it's working.
It's just not. Yeah. I mean, because I tell you how to do it right. Okay, examples of how to do it right. Like with the Rocky franchise, Rocky should have stopped after 4, but they did 5, and then they did Rocky Balboa. But then this young talented brother came up with the idea of Creed.
Yeah.
Ryan Coogler, you know what I'm saying? Let's expand the Rocky universe, take a character from that, and then build around that. So Creed is something fresh, but yet pays homage to Rocky.
That's what I'm talking about. That's how you take the mythology and build upon it and build brand new characters. Because Creed is he's a brand new character, even though he has the lineage of you know what I'm saying, the Rocky franchise. That's how you do it right. That's exactly how you do it right. You know what I'm saying? And I'm saying I think it takes a special talent to do something like that, like a Ryan Coogler. Or special directors like that. Like I said, I even take Todd Phillips from what he did with the Joker. I mean, that's never really been done. And we didn't think we will see the Joker like that. You know what I'm saying? So he took the mythology of Gotham and everything and kind of made his own thing. And that's what you got to do, man. I think that's what you got to do. If you can bring fire like that, I think you know what I'm saying, these franchises will have, you know what I'm saying, life to them.
Yeah, and I'm going to give you another great example. I don't know if you watched it yet, but Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai takes the Karate Kid universe, takes everything that we loved about it, but then introduce a new generation. Like me and my daughter, totally different taste in movies and stuff. She likes her little teen shit. I like my old school stuff because I'm an old fart. But yet we both sat down and watched Cobra Kai, and both of us enjoyed it because it has something for the young and the old, and it blended it perfect. And that's another great example of how you take a beloved franchise and expanding it and giving something fresh that we haven't seen before in that.
Nice. Yeah.
So if you haven't checked out Cobra Kai, watch it.
All right, cool. Yeah, I'm going to get YouTube like Red again and check it out. Yeah. Take the mythology, because there's great ideas there. If you can take the mythology and build upon it and not try to give the audience everything that they want and not try to shit on the lineage at the same time. I think you have something, but you know what I'm saying, it's real tough
you can't try to please. That's almost like having a kid, and you know what's best for your kid because you're grown. You know what you're doing. but a kid can sit there and say for breakfast, I want a brownie, a cookie, a blow pop, and just all the worst shit that you can eat. You know, so what you gonna do? You're gonna be like, okay, well, since you want it, here, take all these sweets.
Yeah,
you're gonna get a stomach ache.
Yeah, you're gonna get a stomach ache. You'll be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a good point there. You can't give everybody everything they want. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you gotta, you know what I'm saying, give them a little bit what they want. But, you know what I'm saying, mix that shit with some vegetables and, you know what I'm saying, some healthy stuff that keep the story structure and characters intact. Don't forget the story, nigga. Don't forget the characters, you know what I'm saying? Let's not try to, let's not listen to the studio and, you know what I'm saying, all this agenda in here. Let's let's keep true to our, you know what I'm saying, vision. That's what I think is what's going on. A lot of these productions in Hollywood don't really have no real vision. They just hear, oh yeah, I got a pitch for you. I want to make a Terminator movie. I'm gonna bring a Terminator back from the future, and you're gonna try to kill, you know what I'm saying, the leader of the New Resistance. We did that movie about 3 times. Oh, all right, yeah, you're right. Linda Hamilton and Sarah Connor, sold, greenlit.
Yeah,
like, holy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and let's make instead of John Connor, let's make it a little Mexican girl so we can add some diversity. Yes, diversity and make her a woman.
This is good. But yeah, there's never been a Mexican Terminator.
Never been a Mexican Terminator. You know, and make sure you sprinkle some SJW in there too. Like, you know, like when the girl Grace, when she was in the little like I guess the hospital or whatever, she said, "Did I give you permission to touch my privates or something like that?" Oh, I said, "Really? They throwing this Me Too shit."
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah,
you caught that, right?
Yeah, now that you mention it, oh boy, yeah, oh man,
yeah. I think out of everybody in that movie, I hated her the most. I did not like Grace at all. I liked it when she first landed, and I saw that shot. I don't want to be too graphic. There might be some, but you know what I'm talking about. When I saw that shot, I was like, shit. Yeah. But after that, fuck her. I hated her. I hated her character.
Yeah, I hated the Mexican girl. I'm sorry I can't remember her name. No, I didn't like her at all. She ain't had no fucking purpose. Like, who is this bitch? Sorry, my French. We don't know her. We have no emotional connection to her. So yeah, I did not like that. We just all of a sudden supposed to care. There's a whole fucking horror and everything about to happen. We don't even know this person. So I just couldn't get on board with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the Terminator chasing her or whatever didn't really matter. Just cool. Let's see some Terminators fight. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah, and for that they did a good job as far as giving us some cool fights, and you know, but you're not really gonna remember this movie.
Nope.
Afterwards, because you don't remember, you don't care about the characters. Now, if this was supposed to be like a cheesy just action movie, then yeah, you can make it like that. You know, give us characters we don't care about. We just want to see action, but it's a Terminator. Different.
Once again, thanks for joining me for this podcast. Rashad G Reviews. It's always a pleasure. Sit here and kick movies with you. Popeye chicken sandwiches, with however it go down. You know what I'm saying? Much appreciated to you. If you haven't subbed to Rashad G's channel, make sure you hit that sub button. Get him up to 1,000. He, you know what I'm saying? He out there hustling. He got videos almost every day for you. You know what I'm saying? You need your power review. You know what I'm saying? He got you. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? You need your Dolomite reviews, all of them, plus the Eddie Murphy. He got you, son. So thank you for joining me again on Q Reviews, and be expecting a lot more reviews and podcasts coming from us.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I just want to say, I think I got some abs now from laughing so damn hard. my stomach about to lock up and shit, but yeah, man, it's always a pleasure doing these videos, man. Crack it up, and I don't even need to do no sit-ups, man. I just come do videos with you and six-pack. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Well, hell yeah. Well,
yeah.
That's awesome. That's our time, folks. Once again, thanks for watching. And don't just stare at it. Eat it. Peace.